Good students of class 6, today we are back with our history social science lesson, and today's subunit is a new way of life. In previous class on the new chapter from gathering to growing food, we have learned that how they had started farming and started rearing animals. Now today you will learn that how did they looked after the plants and how did they store and breed those animals. Now in the first of the subunit, a seed can take that when they started looking after the plants, they observed that a seed can take several days, months and years to grow. And it means that people who looked after the plants had to stay in a place for a long time. To look after the plants, they had to stay in this place for a long time because it takes very long time. So weeding, watering, driving away animals, insects, birds, etc. and also carefully the harvesting the grains, it is also important. So that's why they need to stay inside near to the agricultural field or the place where they started farming. They stored, and again another important part is they stored the grains for food and seed, and after the harvesting the grains, they stored the grains for their future use, half the grains for seeds for future cultivation and the rest of them for foods. But at that time no big some preservers are not there, some big houses, those granaries and some refrigerators, those are not available. So how did they conserve all these foodstuffs, all these grains? So you have to know that thing, that they stored the grains in many areas, that as per the scientists and archaeologists who did some excavation, they have found that they used to store grains in big clay pots, handmade clay pots, woven baskets. They often wove some baskets and woven baskets, they stored the grains, and also pits into the soil. They dug pits into the soil to store the grains. Okay, so in this way they first cultivating the grains and then they have stored. Second subunit from today's subunit is storing animals. In the similar way, they had started storing the animals also, like the plants. Like animals multiply naturally, so no need to any extra care. You just giving food, looked after them and giving them some medicines and abstain them from the diseases. So it's simple. So if they looked after carefully, they provide milk, meat, their fur that is used as a coat or garment in the time of winter whenever required. So it is very useful, and also they made some other instruments, their tools from the animal bones, the horns and other body parts. So animals were reared as a source of food. In this way they reared the animals as a source of food, and it is very easy. There is no need to give any extra effort for this. So in this way they also stored the animals. Now the next subunit, the finding about the first farmers and herders. How did the archaeologists and the scientists know that the ancient people had cultivated and they became harder, that evidences were found all over the subcontinent. The evidence was found all over the subcontinent about the farming and herding. So at first, especially on northeast Kashmir, in east and south India. So the places where these evidences were found, they are especially on northwestern side of India, in the today's Pakistan and some part of Afghanistan, the Kashmir Valley, and in east and south India. Scientists studied the evidences of plants and animal bones, burnt grains, and identified the crops and animals. Throughout the course of time, they have studied all those archaeological sites, they excavated the places, and they had found the burnt grains, the evidences of the plants and animals. Sometimes burnt grains, maybe they intentionally burned the grains, sometimes they had found the grains by naturally they were burned. And also the animal bones, the dead animal bones also found from various graves with the human beings, or also separately. So from these animal bones, with the study of the genetics, they can identify that which animals they were reared. So now look at the book in your page number 25, that there is a two column given in a beige color box, and in the left side column there is given grain and bones name, and the right side they are given the sites where did the archaeologist had found the evidences. The number one, that wheat, barley, sheep, goat and cattle. The evidences of wheat and barley and the bones of sheep and goat and cattle were found in Mehergarh. Mehergarh situated in present day Pakistan. So you can follow all those places in the map number 2 from your book. It is in page number 14. Next one, rice, fragmentary animal bones. So the evidence of rice and fragmentary animal bones, they were found from Koldiwa. Koldiwa, it is in present day Uttar Pradesh or UP. The name of the place, again I repeat, Koldiwa. Number 3, it is rice and cattle, the evidence of rice and cattle, and also hoof marks on clay surface, and all rice grains also they had found. So the name of the site is Mahagada. Mahagada in present day Uttar Pradesh. Number 4, wheat and lentil, and the sites are Gupkral in present day Kashmir. So grain and bones found, that wheat and lentil, dog, cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo. So there are a lot of evidences found from this place, and the name of the place is Burzahom. Burzahom is also in present day Kashmir. Next one, wheat, green gram, barley, buffalo and ox. The evidences of these animals and grains were found in the site of Chiran. Chiran in present day Bihar. Yes, the name of the place, Chiran. Next one, the millet, cattle, sheep, goat and pig. The evidences of millet, cattle, sheep, goat and pig were found in Hallur. Hallur in present day Andhra Pradesh. Yes, Hallur situated in present day Andhra Pradesh. Last one, it is a black gram, millet, cattle, sheep and pig. The evidences of these animals and grains were found in the site of Piyampalli. So it is in the site of Piyampalli. It is also in present day Andhra Pradesh. These are just some of the sites from which grain and bones have been found. So there are other sites also. You can identify those places from the map number 2 in page number 14. That's all from today's class. I hope you have understood the class, and Next day, we will discuss another subunit. Till then, stay tuned in our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.